Welcome back, guys. So in today's video, I'm going to show you the equipment module. And previously we saw how to insert a platform, but today I'm going to show you how to insert equipment. So for today's video, we're going to be working with a vertical tank and two pumps. As well, I'm going to show you how to work with point filters. These point filters are quite important if you try to align your 3D models to references. In this case, we're going to align the vertical tank in the middle. So I'm going to show you how to use point filters for this. And finally, we're going to modify some equipment. We're going to be adding nozzles and other stuff. So stick around and let's jump in. So this is the platform from our previous video, and today we're going to be working with the Home tab. So I want you to come to the Equipment section and click on Create. If you display this part, you're going to see all the equipment here that is already parametric. So basically, you can modify this equipment from this table. You don't need to go into your CAD and then start to stretch or do stuff with your 3D solid. So this is very convenient when you have already some equipment to insert. And for this, I'm going to use a vertical tank. So select vertical tank. And as you can see, I already have my shapes, but basically when you start a new tank, you have something like this. You have two heads and one cylinder. You see the table here, so all these values are parametric, so you can change these values. And also you have the little image here, so you can see that, for example, D is this dimension, is diameter. So in this case, I'm going to use 60 inches for the diameter. 60 inches. And I'm going to have a length of, or 120 inches actually. So I'm going to leave this as is, but I'm going to also add a support. So to add a support, I'm going to select the cylinder shape and I'm going to click Add Trim. And then I'm going to click Lugs. And the lugs are also parametric, so you can take a look and play with these values. But for now, I'm going to leave it as is. So click on Create, and you are going to have your vertical tank. You can place it. So we're going to locate our equipment in the middle of the platform. You're going to select your tank, and actually you're going to switch this to the wireframe. You're going to select your tank. You're going to right click and you're going to move it. Select the center. If you don't have the center, you can use your filters, press shift, right click, and you can select center. So select your center and place it on the middle. Again, if you don't find the middle, shift, right click, midpoint, mid. Perfect. Very good. So I need to place this also in the middle on this axis, on the x-axis, right? So for that, I'm going to use point filters. So now we're going to place this tank in the middle, right? So for that, we're going to use point filters. So point filters is not related to AutoCAD Plant3D per se. It's actually an AutoCAD period command. So you can use point filters in AutoCAD as well. This is very important to you to master, because when you work with 3D plan equipment, you sometimes need to align this equipment with other references. In this case, the platform is our reference and we need to align this tank. So click on the tank. You're going to move this tank. So right click, select move. If you don't find the center, you can do shift, right click, select center, and see, you can see how the center, like, it's actually, we can do this one. And now select orthogonal. So as you can see, I want this tank to move this way. but I want this tank to be aligned with this intersection point, right? This intersection point represents the middle of the platform. So you're going to press shift, right click, point filters, because it's the X axis. We're going to select point X, and we're going to select this intersection point. Right now my filter is not activated, so I can do it again with shift, right click, intersection, and select my intersection point right here. So zoom out, and as you can see, the tank cannot move anymore, so it's limited by that point. So press or click there, and you're going to have your tank in the middle. And now we're going to work with the height, and for that we're going to change the height of the supports, the lugs. So like I said, this is parametric, so you can right click here and then go into modify equipment. I'm going to bring this here and select lugs, and here we're going to give it 90 inches. 90 inches. Click OK, and then see the lugs, they just when they were raised. Perfect. So I'm going to go to this view, and yes, absolutely, I need to raise this tank towards the second level. So we're going to use point filters again. So select your tank, right click, select move, and then shift, right click, select center. You're going to select the center, or actually instead of the center we need the bottom of the support aligned with the checker plate. So select your tank, right click, move, shift, right click, endpoint, because we need this point actually to be aligned with the checker plate. Select this endpoint, and if you still have your orthogonal activated, the tank is going to move vertically, right? But I need the checker plate to be my limit. So I'm going to do point filters, so shift, right click, use point filters, and I'm going to select set, right? So you're going to go temporarily to the front view. You're going to spot your checker plate. This is your checker plate. You see the gray line? So again, shift, right click, you're going to select endpoint, and you're going to select this endpoint. So zoom out. You can rotate your model with shift if you hold shift. So see, your tank is already centered to the checker plate. So click there, and there you have it. It might take you a few times to do it, but once you get comfortable with point filters, it really speeds up your design and your drafting as well. Now we're gonna add some nozzles to our tank. So click here, and you're going to basically click into this little icon, add nozzle, and we're going to add 4 inches. So we're gonna go change type, 4 inches, flange 300, perfect, and I'm going to select rise face. So for the location, I'm going to give it 110 inches and a length of 6 inches. So again, you have the dimensions here, so it basically is giving you what are you changing. So the orientation is going to be different too. So I'm going to give it, so this is 90, so I'm going to give probably here angle 90. Let's see if it works. Yeah, that works. So I'm going to leave it there at 90, and I'm going to close. Great. So I'm going to go back to my shade view, and as you can see, basically I have my nozzle where I want it. Now the bottom part, this one actually, this one is comes by default. So every time you create a tank, it just comes this nozzle by default. You're going to modify it by doing the following. You're going to press Control, you're going to click, and see you have a pen that appears, and then go to the pen and click again. It's a little bit tricky, but it's not that complicated. So select 6 inches, raise face. We're going to give it as well 6 inches extrusion. So click close, and there you have it. Now it's time for the pumps. So go again to equipment and click create. We're going to add a pump. Right now we can go to pumps and then select this type of pump. So click create, place your pump, and you can copy this too, to say for example here. So there you have it. So that's it for today, designers. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a like. And don't forget, I'm going to leave the link of the video for the previous lesson where I'm going to show you how to create a platform. And don't forget, I have a lot of videos, especially from PNID, step by step, full tutorial, completely free in my channel. So I see you in the next video. Thank you.